that has finished West Ham United 3.
Chelsea 2.
Chelsea 2. Didn't look like it was going to go that way. Did Arthur mean that?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
We don't care. Look, we were dropping like flies in that game. Absolutely dropping like flies. And I think when Zuma went off, we feared the worst, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Especially when they brought on Pulisic, Hudson-Odoi. They kept feeding Hudson-Odoi. He kept putting good crosses, but we just kept digging them out. And Fabianski made a few standard saves, but
all down here.
they didn't really have a good chance, apart from the one I think where Mount sort of mishit his shot.
I cannot believe what I just seen there. I've had a bit of a lucky run this season, to be fair. So last game was. Hopefully you can still hear the crowd. I mean the stadium. Let me see if I can do a little sneaky one. I don't know if they'll allow me to. They might tell me off. We'll have a little go. Just hold on. I'm going to film.
That's like putting down the away rule between the home and away section.
There you go. Let's quick look at the stadium. Right, you could hear the fans singing there. There you go. Bit of a warm down for some of the players. He's got a bigger camera than me. It's probably the only thing he's got that's bigger than me, to be perfectly honest. Right, anyway, so how good was Bowen today?
Bowen was sensational. Played really, really well. So unlucky towards the end. Got to a really good cross from Antonio, but he just couldn't quite steer it in. Made up loads of ground, and they couldn't handle him.
They couldn't. He was absolutely magnificent today as well. Rice, point to prove today. He wound up Jorginho.
Yeah, absolutely. That was brilliant. I've never seen Jorginho lose his rag, but he absolutely lost it, and it was all down to Rice winding him up.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, this is not an analysis, far from it. This is just jubilation after winning. The match has been, well, it looks like the stadium's empty. I don't know, about 10 minutes, something like that. Probably the match finished. But I mean, this is amazing. We had a couple of crappy performances and a couple of crappy, certainly not just performances but results as well. But this sort of makes up for it, really. It really does. And although they had the possession today, we gave the ball away cheaply on a few occasions. I'll talk about this more tomorrow, but we did attack them. We attacked them. We had a go all game. Wasn't the prettiest, but we had a go all game. And Bowen's goal.
Yeah.
Not the penalty that Lanzini scored, but he obviously won that. Bowen won that penalty, didn't he?
Yeah.
And the keeper was all over the place. They made him. And you said before the start of the game, you said this fella Mendy, he don't make many mistakes.
No, but
he was a wreck.
He was. No, Bowen did really well. Second half we played much better. The first half we just kept giving them possession all the time, but we were far more effective with it in the second half, particularly Lanzini. He came into the game. Rice was his usual self. And fortunately, for once, we seemed to deal with Lukaku. I was worried once Zuma went off that Dawson and Diop wouldn't be able to handle him, but they seem to have him in his pocket, really.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, that was a massive worry. Crikey, he's a big bloke, isn't he?
He is.
He's very wide.
And he's incredibly mobile for somebody who's so wide and strong.
And he's a big lad. He's what they say, quick feet for a Chunkenstein. He's a fair. But I tell you what, Diop did though. There was a couple of times that the header came over, and Diop was able to be commanded enough and just to nick the ball and to win the header. Couple of funny little formations today. So obviously we set up with three at the back. Johnson got injured early on, which, as I say, early on in the first half. Johnson was playing well, wasn't he?
He was.
I thought he was doing really well. Masuaku came on, which made us all nervous, really nervous. But we started off with three at the back, and obviously Soufal, great game from Soufal today, by the way. Again, another good performance. So three at the back, and then when Masuaku came on, we stayed with the three at the back. But once it was clear, because he pulled up in the first half, Zuma got an injury, and you very much felt that David Moyes was going to wait until half-time and see how it went. And I thought he'd run it off, right?
Yeah.
But he was down there actually doing, you can see, they're doing interviews there. I really thought he'd run it off, but when Zuma did then go off, he switched it to four at the back, And then, because he brought Fornals on, because there were no more centre-backs. There were no centre-backs on the bench today, as I understand it.
But then later on, he changed it back to a 5 because Rice came in at the right centre-half side. But he did seem to have a licence to break as well, because whenever he got the ball, he'd carry on forwards. And that was our problem, because we didn't have Fornals and Ben Rama today. You only had Lanzini and Rice who were breaking forwards. Once they came back on, we had more options.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, some great performances today. I just think it showed such massive spirit for us to be able to get back into that game. Chelsea had their tails up. Their fans had started singing eventually by that point. They were being really loud. But the scenes, I'll actually have to upload a separate video. The scenes inside the stadium today, is that loud or what?
Oh yeah, very. Loudest I've heard, even louder than Tottenham.
That was, you were here for Tottenham, weren't you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, you, me and Jesse were here for Tottenham. That was a 1-0 win. That was pretty good. Sorry? And you? Sorry, mate. Sorry. He's there. Say hello. He don't want to be in the video. He's miserable. He's not really miserable. You're not miserable, are you? No, he's not miserable.
He's hungry.
He's earned his place. He's been asking me, do I get a burger at the boat? So we actually have to start walking down now. He's been asking me, do we get a burger down the boat? So don't forget your mic's on, so no funny language.
Oh,
no wolf,
as if.
No wolf whistling at ladies or anything like that. Hold on, let me handshake you. I just cannot believe what has just happened today, really. I think you see it so many times that you sort of, let's walk down there, that you sort of get a little bit used to it, and you get a little bit of belief and a little bit of hope that it's going to happen. But so that is, let's get this right, this season, that is Man United we've beaten Manchester City, we've beaten Tottenham, we've beaten Liverpool, and now we've beaten that lot. It's amazing. It only leaves Arsenal. And they're not really a big team anymore, are they?
And we're not even halfway through the season yet.
No, it's amazing season. Look, we're dropping like flies. Moisey needs to try and get in some reinforcements. There's no doubt about it. I wondered if he was going to try and bring in another centre back. I think he will. I mean, that pretty much shows. I wouldn't expect to see Zuma back for the next one. He's going to give Baptiste a chance. I definitely won't be one of those guys on the bench. By the end, Antonio, what did you think? How did he look come the end?
At the end, he looked completely different and exhausted at the same time. But he played a terrific ball across for Bowen right near the end. And he was using his strength. The first half, maybe the first hour, he just kept falling over and trying to win silly free kicks. And the referee wasn't having any of it.
No, he was. Rather than use his strength. Anyway, he was trying it on too much. Anyway, look. All in all, absolute great day, fantastic day today. You can see, look, there you go. There you go. Hello, mate. What do you want?